And that's what we are trying to do as far as the organic growth is concerned. Along with organic growth, of course, we have gone for some big buck mergers and acquisitions. Some of you may be aware of that. Our first one 4 years ago was Daewoo, and then we had a small one in Spain, and then finally we had Jaguar and Land Rover, which we did early this year. So what we are talking about is huge opportunities. I'll just, because Jaguar and Land Rover is too early, but I would just talk about Tata Daewoo. I mean, Tata Daewoo was a company which was purely dependent upon heavy commercial vehicles. We increased the market share by 5% in 2 years' time as far as heavy commercial vehicle segment is concerned. We became the largest exporter of heavy trucks out of Korea. And today, we are exporting more than 50% of our product. We entered a medium sector which was monopoly of one player, and we gained 36% market share in 1.5 years' time. Our top line has grown by 2.5 times. Our bottom line has grown by more than 5 times. So in less than 4 years' time. So that is the kind of thing that we have done in Korea, and we do believe that a similar kind of potential exists in Jaguar Land Rover. Unfortunate situation which has arisen in the last few months. Once we get over this, I do hope that we will be able to do that thing here. Coming to the second point of corporate social responsibility, I don't want to talk too much on this. Mr. Muthuraman has already spoken, but I'll just give 2 anecdotal examples. When we were looking, we were one of the 10 bidders in Korea. When we were looking to buy that company, we were the last as far as people there were concerned. And in fact, on the very first day, I asked a young person who was assigned to be our coordinator, I asked him, and mind you, people don't speak English there. Very few people speak English there. Most of the people speak only Korean. I asked him, who do you think you would like to go with? And he very clearly said, and I said, please be honest. He very clearly said, I would like to go with an European brand. I said, why? Because he felt that his future will be secured if he went with that. So we immediately started working on the soft issue of the things. We started talking to people because people didn't know about Tatas. And mind you, in Korea, we met with the president, prime minister, ministers, governor, mayor, and the whole lot of people, industry people. And when we started meeting them, when we began the conversation, that there was a lot of antipathy towards us. But when we finished the conversation, after half an hour, they were all for Tata Motors. Why? The only thing that changed is when we started talking about the trusteeship concept of Tatas, the corporate governance of Tata, the transparency, the way we do business, then we changed everybody out there. And it's similar kind of thing happened in Jaguar Land Rover. We started off being the last. But once we got an opportunity to talk directly to the workers' union, who were very, very opposed to us, after a very strong and difficult grilling of 2.5 years by the union leaders to us, I must tell you that the whole ball game had changed. That was the turning point. Again, it was only because the way Tatas work. So I think there is a strong point in the way we work, and I think that is for long-term corporate sustainability for any organization, that the way you work and the way you want to show to people how you're going to work. Third point is India is a lab for innovation. Yes, definitely, India is an important place for innovation because there are so many opportunities, and therefore you can do so many experiments in India. In mature markets, it's very difficult to do experiments because most of the things have been done. But here, you're starting from almost zero. And therefore, at any place, whether effectiveness of advertising or whether you want to try out a product or whether you want to do something else, you can keep doing experiments in India and keep doing. Therefore, you have a greater opportunity of innovation at many points in time and in many areas, whether they are technical or non-technical or commercial or whatever it is. So what we have seen is that innovation is something which has a great opportunity in India, and the best part in innovation is that you need to think totally from a clean sheet of paper. As indeed, I'll just give example of nano, that when Mr. Tata thought about nano a few years ago, he was seeing a great opportunity that there are 8 million people who buy two-wheelers, and most of them are using that as a family vehicle. And therefore, and those vehicles were costing about 30,000-40,000 rupees, and the cheapest car was 2 lakh rupees. So if you could have somewhere in between, give them the option to go comfortably in a safer way and enhance the prestige, then definitely a lot of market would be there. And